What's going on, Silver Squad? Welcome to the Silver Site. My name is RJ.
I'm Dr. J.
Gerald, G saw that.
And I'm Desiree.
And today we're going to be breaking down season 2 of The Boy, season 2 of Gen V. Damn. Season 2, episodes 1 through 3 of Gen V, which is now streaming on Amazon Prime. Boom. There we go. So overall thoughts on season 2 of Gen V. How do you guys think they dealt with the real life death and passing of Chance Perdomo? How do you think they did off that? Because let's address the elephant in the room, because that was a big reason why they had to rewrite stuff. Unfortunately, he did pass away from a motorcycle accident. But how do you guys think they handled that?
Yeah.
So I'll say for me, I feel like I'm newer to Gen V. I think I started watching it 4 days ago, and I breezed through season 1, and then I started season 2 like a day ago.
Okay.
In season 2, I did not know he passed away. I mean, I saw like Honor and Chance, but I didn't know who Chance was because I was like, who's Chance? But then as it was going on, and I saw that Andre's character passed away, I was like, man, Andre was great. And then I Googled something about him, like, what is he up to now? And I was like,
oh, okay.
I had no clue. I had no
Put two
clue.
together at that point,
Yeah.
But I want to say I love that they did not recast, first and foremost. I love that they did not recast, and I love that he had a hero's death in season 2, because the way that they portrayed his death, literally him trying to help them escape Elmira, and using his strength, knowing that he had a pre-existing medical condition, everything like that. I feel like he died a martyr in the show. So I really loved how they portrayed it. And then I feel like how they did his death, it gave new light to other characters, like Polarity. Like a whole new lease on life now that his son is not here. And I feel like it gave room for the writers to rewrite the direction of some of the characters as well. Like, I feel like Emma has a little bit more range now, because she's like focused on, she's not a little cricket no more, she's focused on something else. And I feel like without that, they may have like played into her relationship with Sam ending, and just seeing how that unwinded with her being in Elmira. But I feel like how they portrayed his on-screen death gave other characters really good opportunities for a whole new, mindset in the show.
No, definitely. I think they handled it pretty as good as you can when someone you work with or care about passed. I mean, more than anyone, I believe that Jazz Sinclair, she's worked with him in Sabrina. So I think seeing those on-screen real raw emotions was a good thing. It almost felt like it wasn't even scripted in a way. It was just truthful from the heart. And so, I thought it was beautiful.
I thought you could feel, when everybody was speaking on him, or the character, I thought you could feel that emotion. It was this weird somberness every time they were, kind of talk about him. So it was able to evoke that emotion, but at the same time, you were able to draw more understanding of how they completely opened up the plot a little bit more too with his death. Because not recasting it allows you to just go canned and just keep going, straightforward on what you were trying to do, but then also being able to now tie in, like Dr. J said, about even having more light cast on his dad now, getting to open up that avenue if they choose to. And I know, based on a couple of things that I've seen already, I think that it's going to play some very integral pieces, going forward.
Yeah.
I think they did a good job with handling his death. I feel like they did a good job of making his death mean something for the show. And I think they used it in a way where it's not offensive to to actual Chance's legacy. And it's unfortunate because I feel like he, was such a good actor and he brought a lot to, the show. And I was really looking forward to seeing where they went from, the original story. But, unfortunately, they couldn't continue with that. And I think it's a good thing in this situation that they didn't get recast. I feel like that would have been disrespectful in this sense. And so I'm glad that they, gave him an honorable, like you said, hero's death. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this is the driving force because I like that it also became a driving force for a lot of the characters, and it kind of made the stakes feel a little bit more real. Because a lot of times with television shows, they don't take the risk of killing off a main character, but in this sense, they had to write that in there, and so what it did is it kind of upped the stakes for the other characters in the show, and it gave Sean Patrick Thomas a little bit more to do in the season going forward, and I'm kind of scared that he's going to turn up. I feel
Yeah,
I turn up.
I think it's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I hope he does. He would have reasoning. There's justification.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, honestly, I feel like, I don't know how the rest of the season is going to go, but I do feel like there's also room to even bring his death back into the show a little bit more. He might have a monument at God you by the end of the season, depending on how everything goes. I feel like they could write that in there. Like they really could write that in there just based on how it's like unwinding. Because in season 2, I forget her name, the reporter lady, not the reporter. She was running for election. She has the same powers as Marie.
Damn.
Oh,
what's her name?
I think was she Indian? I believe.
So towards the end of season 1, like when Marie met her, she was showing
Victoria Newman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She has a whole statue and everything. So I don't see why that could happen for Andre too, just based on, I intend the season to unwrap with Elmira and all the things and Odessa. So I feel like it could happen for him.
I think you're right, Dr. J, because like Vought are such liars that they could find a way to spin that. They find a way to spin everything. Even with, Emma, Jordan, and Marie coming back. Well, not Marie, but Emma and Jordan coming back to the school. The way they spun that was like, they cleared them and then allowed them to, Vought, I do not trust them when it comes to anything.
Yeah, even the title, even episode 1, the title episode 1 is New Year, New You, as in the play on like university. So I thought that was interesting because it's a whole new regime. The way they're running everything is different. They got a separate entrance for humans versus it's crazy. Like I was like sitting there like, dude, these fools have turned, like Vought has literally, like, this is a concentration camp, low key. Like, I was like, what is happening?
He brought back segregation.
Man. And it's like, and they're basically saying, like, we'll let you come in, but there's gonna be these parameters, and it's gonna be this specific way that you're gonna do it because we need all of our propaganda and everything to be propped up a certain way. And if it's our way or no way, and I probably did this probably 15 times during the first watch of these 3 episodes because when you say on the nose dialogue and on the nose like imagery to what we're seeing right now, I did so much eye rolling and face palming. I was just like, dude, what? Like they're pulling like the Simpsons
absolutely
in real time.
Because even when you said the human entrance, the audacity to scan humans who are powerless, it's such a mirror. Like the fact that you will gaslight yourself into thinking that humans are the threat to superpowered individuals.
Right.
It's the same thing, like the audacity of you guys to gaslight that minorities have the power to take down XYZ when you already have all the power in your hands, but you're trying to act like the minorities or the humans are such a threat. Even they kept delivering the same rhetoric where it was like, yeah, so and so got taken out by just a handful of humans, and it's like they're trying to instill this unnecessary fear in superpowered individuals where that's not even the case.
Yeah. Literally, that's kind of what Professor G mentioned too, to Marie, that made her go, the heck?
Yeah.
We're preparing for what? Humans. Like, oh no.
The whole show is so meta. And to your point, it is on the nose, but I think it's a good on the nose because it took a certain demographic of individuals and voters 4 seasons of The Boys to realize that the show was about them. Like, yes, the play is about you.
Yeah, because nobody said, "Hey, have you seen this show?" Because they don't worry about this kind of stuff. This kind of stuff don't worry them because they don't put money in their pocket. So they don't see it that way until they like, wait, what are they doing?
Is this play about us? Yeah.
Right. Is this play about us? That's what I was thinking. Wait, is this play about us?
I see why they do it that way though, because I think it's just playing on the fact that it's kind of like, it reminds me of that meme of Spider-Man and it's in a circle pointing at each other. Y'all know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Dean Shetty blamed the able-bodied. What did I call him? What did she call him? The super able.
Now you take try not to get us canceled.
Trust me. Yeah.
We're trying to be politically correct. We're just trying to find the right terminology here.
We're finding we're finding super able.
Yeah.
That's what they call it, like the super able community for the death of her family. So she's mad at the Supes. The Supes turned around and said, well, we mad at people like Dean Shetty because now you want to kill us for something we didn't do. We never injected ourselves with Gen V. Like, at least for Marie and them, was like, we ain't inject ourselves, so it's not our fault. And now it's turned around in this season that they're back to blaming each other again. It's like a full circle. Shetty didn't think about it. Shetty blamed the Supes. The Supes turned around and blamed her for how it panned out. Now in this season, that's how you see the segregation. It's kind of like they're against each other. Y'all see what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's like a full circle moment.
Yeah, reminiscent of what we currently see in our world today. Mm-hmm. I would argue.
You're like, hey, you still keyword have the power, yet you're still trying to play the victim.
Literally.
Joy Reid said the same thing. She was like, "What are you saying?"
That's what I was
have the power.
Alluding to.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
You literally have what you've always wanted, right?
Yeah.
What are we mad at today? What are we concerned? Like, makes no sense. But you literally see that in today
because nobody wants to give you credit for having the power. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
So I have a question. Yeah. What is it that you all think Dean Cypher's power is?
They're gonna take their time. They're gonna take their time.
I feel like
he might be a cipherer. I feel like it may be on the nose thing, and they try to like make it like a joke. Like I feel like he can cipher people's powers.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
Well, okay. So when Marie was sitting in his office and he was like, you look like I know your eye twitch away from jumping across the table, basically, right? Mm-hmm. I'm like, is it something psychic? Is it like he's paying attention to body language? I'm trying to figure it out because I'm just like, I believe it's going to be a slow roll for a factory. They're not going to tell us, but it has to be something. But even if he ciphered people's power, that girl with the tail basically does that, but she only does it for 60 seconds. The girl with the tail.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
yeah. She can mimic anyone's power for 60 seconds. So I wonder if he's looking at you, like he could do it or something. But I feel like it has to be something super deep, or his power is extremely limited because he's trying to train Marie and all of them with the guy with the big hammer. I don't remember his name. The guy with the big hammer in that class.
Something like that.
Yeah, he's trying to overly train them. I'm like, his power must not be as strong as he wants it to be for him to be doing that. Because if he was this all-powerful person, I feel like he wouldn't even be Dean. He would have like a whole different stance. I've been trying to figure it out, just like how how he
He's
interacts with
definitely
people.
strategically placed. I will say that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but now that I'm thinking about it, because they said that all not all superheroes are bulletproof. So meaning not all superheroes are indestructible. And
Mhm.
when he went to grab Kate's hand and pull her all her good hand into the blender, like it seemed
Not
like
the
she
good
couldn't
hand.
get the good hand into the blender, and felt like she, no matter how hard she pulled, he didn't even budge. Like it was almost like. So is it
Yeah,
like a control thing, or is it like a strength thing?
So
Like,
so
yeah.
they had a so I don't know if you saw the preview of like things to come or whatever, and they had showed him and what's my boys what's the dad
Oh,
oh,
you talking about Andre's dad?
Polarity?
yeah,
polarity.
Polarity. They showed a scene with something Polarity was going to do, and he kind of thwarted it. And so I feel like he can kind of, like, Dr. J, as you just said, I
Mhm.
think he can kind of predict what's kind of similar to how Jonathan Major's character was in Loki. How like
Yeah.
Oh,
right
okay.
Oh,
before they would do something,
Kane.
he
Yeah.
could move, or he could, like, it's almost he can decide when to intervene in whatever's going to happen to like him, or right in that actual time.
Mm.
And I think it's almost like he can foreshadow what's happening.
Or maybe
And
he
then
lived like all at once, so he's like exist on multiple planes where he's like, oh, I know on like different timelines what can kind of happen,
maybe,
like
That's
but I
actually
probability.
interesting.
but I think, yeah, like probability wise, bless you. I think probability wise, I think he might be able to see, because like you said, he had said, like, I can tell that you want to come across this table, like as if to say you might want to chill because I already know that's what you want to do. And
Yeah.
he had made
Oh,
mention, but he had said that to him as well. Polarity, he had said, because I think Polarity did something, and he was like on behind him all of a sudden.
yeah.
So it's almost as if, I don't know if he like teleported, or if it was like,
Wait,
oh, I moved just because I knew you were going to do something.
Hmm.
because even when she said, "I'm going to tell Homelander," he was like, "Go ahead." You
Right,
know how that's going to turn out, and he kind of like laid out
right.
like the whole conversation. So maybe his power has something to do with being like
Predicting
statistical, or
outcomes.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
to some degree. Yeah. I mean, like, because he's able to, and then he can kind of use it to manipulate that conversation he's in presently to
Hmm.
like invoke that doubt in your mind, like, oh, well, shoot, if
he's
he knew
basically
I
a
was
walk and choose your own adventure book
right,
at this
but he
point.
already
Yeah,
knows where it's going to go. So it's like, if I say this might make them just kind of stay put because
yeah,
they already know that I knew what they were really thinking, you know?
yeah,
Manipulation and control of the outcome that he thinks is going to occur or wants to occur.
Mhm.
He's
yeah.
very
Which
laxed.
which is
Very
which
laxed
is
too.
which is a cipher in its sense. It's a
Exactly.
Yeah.
puzzle that he already knows the answer to,
Mhm.
and so he's putting it out there for them to, like, even though that one quick shot, I don't remember anything going on that I could honestly say that that's 100%. But just based on the conversation he's had, I think that might be something.
I
But
think
two, I think, sorry not to cut you off. Like this is why he wants to, because he whatever power he started out with, he had to evolve into the powers that he had now, which is why he's teaching that superhero class on how to understand your powers and how they work, so that way you can maximize the effectiveness of your power. So I feel like he seems OP right now because he's going through the exercise and the stretching, understanding the science of his own power, and that's what he's trying to teach everybody else.
Mhm.
I was gonna say that I think that's probably the strongest form of his power, knowing how it works. Because as of right now, like Emma, she doesn't know how her power actually works. I feel like it's gonna evolve that she doesn't have to do what she does now to get small. Like she doesn't even know how she gets big really. She just gets big.
Yeah,
And even
I. Mhm.
Marie, it shows her when he asked her, he was like, "Yeah, you do stuff with blood, but is it with the red blood cells, white blood cells? Is it with the
Plasma,
hemoglobin?"
yeah,
She has no clue. And even in one scene, when in the fighting scene, when she was about to do what she normally does and like cut open her hand, she stopped, and she trying to use her mind to control what was going on. So I feel
Mhm.
like what he's doing is going to make him stronger, but it's for a reason. And I feel like that's really the strength of their powers, knowing how it actually works. And clearly it's not one way, because I would love to know how Emma just gets big randomly, right?
Yeah.
She does. It's like, it seems like when she's in awkward situations or she's a little, she just gets big.
Well, hers is more like, and they're kind of sort of explaining it a little bit more, and they're taking away from the physiological part of it with like the throwing up and all that stuff. They're even explaining like it's the idea is now in her mind as she feels belittled, she shrinks.
Yeah.
And then when she feels emboldened and she can make herself grow all of a sudden to like, which goes into my issue with the CGI. It was terrible to me. I just struggled. I was like, come on, man, y'all tripping.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, y'all trying to run through these scenes, but oh my God, it was bad.
I have to agree. I'm glad I'm not the only one that
that and the blood just started looking more just red water liquidy. I was just like, what are y'all doing?
Y'all ever watched, I'm not sure if y'all seen the show on Nickelodeon, The Secret World of Alex?
I remember it, but I don't think I watched it.
I don't think I watched it.
That's what the little goo, that's what it reminded me of. It was like, this is very 1990 whatever effect.
PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
See that. My gosh.
But I know, I think like when Dr. J, you were saying that, I think they're purposely trying to make a less sci-fi connection with these powers and just make them seem more inherent when they use them. Kind of like how the X-Men, everybody just knows how to use their stuff, except I guess at the time back when was that Rogue didn't know how to use hers for one of them.
She was still trying to find
it.
Yeah,
but everybody else was kind of locked in and they knew how. So I think them going through those exercises is giving him some notes. It's giving Dean Cypher notes, but it's also giving them insight on how they need to move and go through it. Because one thing I did notice is they'll probably keep doing that, and they're gonna probably keep putting different antagonists in there with them in order to keep making them try to evolve. But I think his main focus is Marie, though. He definitely wants to know how he can manipulate her.
Especially given what we know now, as the truth of where she came from and how she came about.
Which I thought that was very sad, man. I was kind of sad because her aunt who did an excellent job in that scene, I think.
Oh, that was my favorite scene.
She was like, "We were scared of you."
Her aunt godmother gets 0 stars on Yelp for me because I'm like, the scene was amazing, the acting was superb, but I'm just like, she had to read her to Phil. She's like, hold up, y'all. They chose to inject me.
Correct.
I didn't choose to have powers. I was like, first of all, my friend, a good friend of mine, Donovan, he originally told me about Gen V. And when he told me about it, he told me about that opening scene with Marie. Now, he didn't say it was the opening scene. He was just like, oh, this happened. So when I turned it on for the first time, I was like, oh, this is the first scene in the whole show. And I'm just like, I was thinking about it other night. I'm like, man, you know how traumatizing that has to be? You didn't even know this was going to happen. But, with her aunt, like, you know how they'd be like, oh, you can't raise your parents? Like, I just feel like you can't raise your elders sometimes, because I'm like, you knew this girl didn't know she had powers. You knew that she was injected, though she did accidentally kill her parents. I mean, think about the trauma that she holds. Then I'm about tired of Annabelle. I'm like, girl, get over it. Like, somebody, she don't want to talk to you. She's hurt. Girl, it's been about 18 years, Annabelle. Like, get a grip, pull it together. Then even with her hiding the room of where Annabelle was staying with her and everything like that, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't really like how that family scene is played out, because it's kind of like she's not giving, there's no hope, right? I'm like, there's no one for her to turn to. I mean, thankfully she answered the door for her, and then we got to know a little bit more about the family background. But even I would have used my powers the moment that lady said, well, Annabelle was the real gift. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, Marie, get her.
Yeah.
Get her.
That whole thing, like, I feel for Marie because when she said, and this is why it's important too in Hollywood to not get work done on your face, because the fact that she was able to emote such, like, through her eyebrows, the
Her
her whole face was in
Yeah.
it, man. And I feel like this is why it's so important. I'm not gonna name names. Why people shouldn't get so much work done in Hollywood, because when it calls for a scene to be this emotional, you cannot connect with people. I'm not a girl. I'll never know what it's like to get a period. But when she said I was a girl who got her period, like, yeah, I was like, oh damn, that is right. She never had one before, and she didn't know she had powers.
So she gets to tie
Double
that to.
whammy.
She gets to tie that forever to in her
Yeah,
memory, her
yes.
core memory, and be
That
like,
that's
oh
what I was
no,
thinking.
I get to kill my parents over and over every month.
Yes.
Like,
Every month.
what?
Every month.
Like, now,
It's a traumatic
but
experience
for
getting your
what it's
Yeah.
worth, I still think Desiree would have done it better. But that's just me.
Oh, I
I'm
don't know.
No, Desiree, like
I'm
as I
just
was
saying.
watching it, I was
I'm just,
like, oh, I could see her doing this
I'm
because you
just
had
saying it.
that hairstyle in one live. You
I
had like the twist
appreciate it.
going on in one live.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one it was.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I like the way that she did that scene.
I
I
love
really
it.
do. I think that was a masterclass in acting.
It had a good build to it too, though, because
Mhm.
the way they structured it with her like just peeking into that room.
Yeah.
Because initially, because like them just having kind of that vanilla conversation was one thing, and then you could tell she was like, like, now you're trying to get me out of here, but you said you had something to do.
Mhm.
You had
Yeah.
this going, and then so it turned into, so which is it? And then it was like, wait a minute, she lives here.
Yeah. The
Like,
excuses, the
no,
gaslighting.
right.
Yeah. I like how it wasn't overly acted in that particular scene.
Yeah.
Well, it was a
It
slow
was
build.
built.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think that she made I love the choices as far as what she chose to do with her eyes. That's all it needed to give. Had she cried during the scene, I think that would have been every actor's go-to. But she was more so frustrated and angry than she was sad, because
Yeah.
she's had all of her life to be sad. There was no real need to be sad in that moment. It was more of like, why aren't you giving me what I need? This
Yeah.
wasn't my fault. Why would you lie to me? I loved how it played out. And I love the ending too, how she ended it. Tell Annabelle, blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah.
all it needed to give. So it was my favorite scene.
And I think that was definitely my favorite scene in episodes 1 through 3. I think also what it did a good job of, if it did a good job of, getting us a little bit more insight to what went on, because as we know, they were all injected as babies. I've never heard of Vought doing fertility treatments. So what else went on there? Like, and now that we know she's a part of Project Odessa and all the other babies died, was this an experiment where they injected babies or injected Vought V at the fertility conception level instead of the actual babies? So
So I'm gonna tell you why I think that was important. Um, the initial opening scene was, remember the scientists injecting themselves? That happened in 1967.
Yeah.
They probably didn't do that fertility thing until like what, the 90s or the 80s or whatever,
Yeah.
whenever she would have been, conceived at that point.
Yeah.
So they had to be trying different things, because I think Godolkin was trying to figure, okay, well, I'm killing people. I mean, obviously something's happening, but we need to figure out another way. So I guess they decided to go kind of the human incubator way
Yeah.
to try to like make it a natural occurrence in that sense. Now, will it ever have any direct connection? I don't know, but for me, that's what tied the two things together, because the fact that dude was like, hey, those things aren't ready, and they were like, bottoms up. And then they was like, okay, this obviously doesn't work, let's figure out something else. And so I think she might have been part of a trial of people who were doing that to try to, like, okay, you want to get pregnant, okay, cool. They ain't tell them, of course, but they probably was like, well, we got something that we think will be a surefire way to help kickstart this for you guys.
Yeah.
and she might just be one of the test cases that worked,
That didn't
you
die.
know. Yeah.
Mm.
So I think that's what part of the relevance. Of course, they were trying to show the not lore, but kind of the origins of Godolphin and why this university is so um, prestigious.
Mhm.
But that I think that's a piece that could be, it could be way off base. But of course, I think a lot when I see stuff, and I'm like, how does this tie in?
Yeah, most definitely.
So
What did y'all think of the scene where Polaris and Emma went to the archives to kind of find out some stuff about God U, and they found that secret door. Um, and they found all of that like paraphernalia, the swastikas and all that stuff. Like, I just I wasn't I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. But also, I'm like, well, why didn't you expect that? Like, it's on brand. The show is reflective of real life at this point. So it's
Mhm.
just like I was
well,
like, ooh,
And
so
a lot of
so
other shows have made that sort of same play. You see at every
yeah,
university on TV shows, there's a secret hidden, kind of like the
mhm,
whole DIA airport thing. There's a
Mhm.
mhm,
tunnel or
yeah.
a
So the way I see it, and I think they're digging into it because I don't know if you've seen on social media, they got still shots of dude like pointing at the stuff like on Instagram now. Yeah, they actually
oh
got him like the behind the scenes stuff on his
yeah,
actual page. They're actually showing him like standing in the. So I think they're trying to thumb their nose at it on kind of on purpose.
yeah,
okay,
But I think the idea is again, it's not what they're telling us it is, even though it is,
yeah,
and it's
yeah,
like it's hard. They're hiding it in plain sight. If you think about going back to kind of what happened again in Watchmen, when come to find out that there was a whole thing going on with Tulsa and the Klan and all that stuff. So
yeah,
it's all rooted in this superiority thing, you know, um, and I think that's how they're continuously help trying to unearth all the bad stuff that's really happening that's behind it, because the whole idea is behind control and coercion and all that stuff. So them finding that wasn't a shock.
mhm.
It's just okay. Who can you present this information to and help unravel this whole thing?
yeah,
And they're gonna breadcrumb us to death over these next 5 episodes.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And I love those
Which
We
two working
already know.
together too, by the
I
way.
agree. I
It's,
agree
yeah,
because they're both broken. They're both broken. Um, Emma's trying to figure it out, and he's trying to figure it out. He just lost a child. He's trying to figure it out,
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
and he was part of the old regime. So it's like if you think about it, when in season one, he was like one of the top dogs when it came to who he was in the lore of that school.
yeah,
But
Mhm.
he wasn't anything we knew about in the boys until
Right.
they brought him in here. So
yeah, yeah,
his relevance was he was held with such high regard. In here, it's like now he's kind of been knocked down to the bottom rung, and he's trying to kind of sift through the muck a little bit to try to figure out where he is kind of in the pecking order, and also
yeah.
how to continue to grieve the loss of his son.
Yeah. Most definitely. Beautifully said.
You know what? Also, to kind of shifting, one thing that I kind of like rolled my eyes at, but I was like, this is exactly how it happens because we just seen this. Um, when they arrested a random black man
Mhm.
for the I guess the attack on Kate, and it reminded me of that lady who was like, yeah, there was a Latino that said hola and then punched me and then took my baby. It just was like you're trying to blame these crimes on minorities when in all actuality it's not the minorities doing it. Like I was like, bro, this is so spot on, man.
Literally.
I give you a better story when that lady said that the black man kidnapped her kids, the one that drowned her kids in that lake,
Oh,
Yeah, 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 yeah. I remember
that was
that.
trying to run off with her boyfriend,
Yeah,
and said some black man
was
basically
like,
carjacked her and took her
mhm.
kids. Yeah. Hmm.
mm-mm-mm.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
this show is a
no, no,
freaking
no.
mirror, man.
It
Like,
is. But I
this show is a
love it.
mirror.
I love it. It speaks to everything that's going on, in our everyday world.
Yeah.
And I hope they keep at it.
Yeah.
I do.
They had some interesting. I don't know why it makes me laugh when these characters come out of nowhere and they have such like I said, everything is so tied into like pop culture and all this. And the freaking bounty hunter dude,
I love
I was like, you
that
got
actor.
to be kidding me. I was like, what?
I love that actor. By the
Oh.
way. He was in Black Sails, the 100.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I need my money back though if he was my hired bounty hunter. I'm like, sir, I need my money. I need my deposit back. Because ain't no way.
But leave it to Gen V / The Boys universe to make some weird old fetish out of it. I'm just like, oh my God.
They'll find a way.
Guys. Come on, man. And probably 85 to 90% of it gonna have to do with some rear end.
There's so much butt stuff in this show.
I'm sure Jay just felt that and was like, damn, you just said something
literally. I was sitting there because I had watched it. I had watched episode 3 last night. He watched it this morning. I was sitting by him reading my book and I knew it was coming. I was just like looked up and he was like, he wouldn't even look at it. I was like, look at it.
I saw it. You're going to see it.
Look at
it. Look at it. He was like, I don't even know what happened, but by the sound of it, I was like, lose
it. And it comes at the most random times too. Like
you never know when it's gonna happen or what's going to happen.
But you know what's gonna. I think there was 2 incidents because didn't like Deep have like a big ass like dildo or something like that at the frat party?
Yeah, he was sitting on the keg.
Yeah,
on the thing he was he was doing his keg stand using his rear. And then
that wasn't the wildest part though. The wildest part is when Emma was trying to figure out who was putting up these resist flyers and she bust through the wall. And remember the same
so that's what she was talking about that Jay turned his head on.
Yeah.
I was like, what happened? Which again, bad CGI.
That was bad CGI.
That was the one that like completely was like, I was like, okay, you guys aren't even trying anymore.
Like even the lighting and the tone didn't look the
match.
Same.
Yeah. I was like, I mean, I wasn't like, listen, I wasn't trying to be like, super. Yeah, I wouldn't be like, look, I'm gonna stare at this for 30 minutes and try to figure
I know what a head coming out of a butt looks like, and this isn't it.
That ain't it.
We're going to spend a whole hour perfecting that particular scene.
But I was like, come on, man.
Like, kind of, like it is what it is.
Dr. J is like, why did I get on here today? Why did I get on here today?
I don't know. There's a lot of questions about that, but I'm just like, the whole body, though, like.
Yeah, right.
Like the shoulders, like
talking about in it.
Okay, so that being said, though, Dr. J, how far in The Boys are you in?
I am not very far.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, they got a couple scenes in The Boys that's gonna change your perspective on everything physiologically.
Yeah.
I started watching it, but then I watched like a compilation video to highlights because I wanted to get through Gen V. But I was like, I couldn't do them both at the same time. There's no way I was going to be able to finish both shows in a short time span. So I was like, I watched the compilation on The Boys. So I know about The Deep. And like I said, my friend Donovan, he watched The Boys. So he was telling me like a little stuff here and there. So when I watched Gen V, every time they mentioned The Deep, which I counted from season 1 to season 2, they mentioned The Deep 4 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like every time they said it, I counted. I was like, okay, 1, 2. Yeah. Now I might have missed probably some other like Easter eggs just based on me missing things from The Boys. Mm-hmm. But Gen V still felt like, complete to me.
Yeah, okay.
It is. It is. I'm just saying, as far as maybe the shock and awe.
Oh yeah.
If you, I'll just tell you, if you go watch the Retreat episode, your whole perspective will be completely. Okay. You'll be like, oh my gosh, what did they do here? Because they did some. It was so extreme on like both ends.
Yeah.
You just be like, they really did this on TV. I don't care that it's cable. You might need to be registering yourself to watch this episode. Like, that it was bananas.
I gotta Google the writers. I want to see what they look like because I have an image in my head
It'll
about
make
what
sense.
they would look like. I gotta see what they look like.
The producers and the writers behind this, it'll make sense.
I feel like it will.
It will. Seth
Are they
Rogen,
that?
like, come on.
Are they that? Like, are they what I think they are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty.
So they made a really good point in helping you dislike Kate in season 1. For at least in my brain.
Oh.
I kind of found myself feeling a little sorry for her these episodes, these first 3 episodes, because the reason here's the reason why though, and I'm not saying you got to be on the same page with me, but the reason why is that first off, the girl got a dang arm blown off, okay, and so she's been trying to figure out where she really stands. Like, did I really make the best decision? And am I really, like, is she doing this for them or is she doing this for her? That's what she's battling that right now. And so to be in episode 3 and Yaz don't even have your power now, like, I'm like, bro,
I don't feel sorry for her one bit.
I feel bad. I don't feel sorry. I'm like, it's just an arm, Kate. Why you put your arm away?
First of all, that's what your mom said. Keep your hands to yourself. First of all, rule number 1, and then like, and then what gets me is like, you still walking around bluffing like you got your powers. You grabbed Emma like you're big and bad, about to read her mind, trying to scare her. Like, your powers are on cooldown right now. You don't have nothing going on.
Dang, your powers are on ice.
They're on cooldown right now. I don't feel bad for her at all.
With Kate, like, I'm indifferent about her character. I don't know. I don't feel bad. I'm just indifferent about her character because, like, the gaslighting she did in season 1, she doing all this. You made your boyfriend forget about his brother. Then you slept with his best friend. Like, then you brainwashed everybody, blamed somebody else. Had your side boyfriend trying to run down on him, beat him up. You knew it was you. Marie caught on. You brainwashed her again. Then you came back crying. Oh my God, I didn't mean to. Well, what brainwash scenario did you not mean to? Number 1 or number 10? Like, then on top of that, then after all of that, now you're mad at the people that you was working with because you found out what they were doing and you just flipped to the super villain, right? And you're like, we got to get him. We got to do all this stuff. Blah, blah, blah. You were willing to go to the ends of the earth to prove a point, to prove that you're now on the side of the soups. I don't know. I'm like, maybe I'm being insensitive to Kate because I'm just like,
no, you though. I think you got to that stuff in a organic way. I guess the main reason why, like I said, I know it's 8 episodes, right? So I saw it as like, damn, she has hit rock bottom pretty quickly. Like now it's almost she got her comeuppance. I'm not saying she don't deserve it. It wasn't deserved, but I feel like she's battling her demons of, well, a lot of it's remorse. A lot of it to me is remorse. Then plus with passing away too, I think the guilt is even more compounded. And so and then couple it with her losing her arm. I'm not saying she lost her arm and I'm feeling sorry for her, but you couple that with that, plus then to turn around and find out, oh, I don't even have my power and I can't really do anything about it.
No, I'm playing.
I'm just like, girl, do what you've been doing to everybody else. Make yourself forget. What's the problem?
You can't. She don't have her powers.
As soon as they come back, snap your fingers, make yourself forget. You've been doing this to everybody else. Every time Sam got an issue, I feel bad, Kate. I can't do it, Kate.
But you know what though? I like that. I like that you brought that up because Cypher had said something about like your powers are your value, and right now you don't have any value or something like that. He said there, and I'm like, damn.
But in his job right now, to me, is to play that game. He's going to play that role, and to see maybe in his mind, let me push her and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm curious to see what type of redeeming qualities they'll give her in this.
I think she's gonna have a redemption arc. I think she is.
Yeah,
Especially now that the cat's out of the bag. Well, the lies out of the bag about who really attacked her per se. I feel like she's gonna have a redemption arc.
I love how Marie had no regrets though. She's just like, "Hi, Kate. How are you feeling?"
She didn't give a damn.
I loved it.
Yeah,
right in the eye, like, "Hi."
She knew she had it coming.
Yeah. And even though I know we're jumping around the 3 episodes, but I feel like they even tried to make her. I mean, not they, but when it was brought up, they were trying to like make Marie like low key feel bad for not coming back. Like she was like,
I didn't
what
like
was I gonna do? What was I gonna do?
Like that.
Right.
What was I gonna do? Like I saw an opportunity. I bounced.
Because y'all know me, I would have left.
What
I get down.
What did Andy Dufresne do? He left Red some breadcrumbs. He ain't come back.
Yep.
He was like, bro, when you get out, you come find me.
Right.
I think that was only Jordan, and I don't even think it had anything to do with Marie leaving. I think it's because Marie left without them. That's what I think personally. I don't think it has anything to do with her escaping, because Jordan was all mad, like, but you ain't look back. I'm like, I think that's just, I think it's just like a little relationship thing with them back and forth. Yeah. Like, oh, you left me. I was like, then Jordan blaming her for Andre's death. He wanted to be you so bad.
Yeah, it's kind of a whirlwind. I love their relationship, by the way.
I do like their relationship, you know.
Yeah, I do think the love thing is rushing it a little bit. That
was so embarrassing.
That was kind of I was like, I don't know if I like this. Like, I don't know. It was giving high school. I love you.
It was Degrassi. Like, stop.
University. Like, I don't know, but I do like their relationship. I mean, hey, I can't hate on it. She got 2 bad bitches at the same damn time.
I was about to say, Jordan can do both. Like,
and she was like, I love you.
I was like, Jordan.
That's pretty. That's a flex, right?
It's like that one encounter. I'm gonna act like you didn't just say that. That one encounter, then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, we're gonna be together forever. And you're like, I'm sorry, what?
It's like, whoa.
I'm sorry, what?
Slow down. Like,
almost as cringy as Dez's little statement there.
Yeah.
We know, but like I just had a flashback to the scene with season 1 when Jordan's in there as a girl and the parents bang on the door. Then with Marie, they're kissing as like girl, then it flips. And I'm just like,
that's
now I will say the transitions this season on that are way cooler, because it's not like this weird where they pan the camera and come back.
Yeah.
They literally like swap, like y'all a couple times I was like, wait, did they?
But do you notice in season 2 they added a sound effect every time Jordan swaps? There's a sound effect.
Yeah,
it's like
right.
So I think Jordan might be. I like Jordan. You know,
me too.
I'm scared they're gonna die. I'm terrified. After that last scene,
I hope they don't. I really.
But that was the whole point of getting in front of it and being public. You know, when Marie going back to school, Emma going back to school, and Jordan. But I feel like now you in public about something that they could really arrest you for and lock you away, and we don't know what happened to you.
So the only reason why I don't think that they're gonna do that, because now they're trying to use, them as like one of the status symbols, because that old trash ass speech. It's fantastic. First off, not trans. Anyway. So I was like,
yes,
because that little pause said it all. Like, fantastic. I was like, oh no.
I cannot.
Like, you know what other character I'm like, I love and I hate her at the same time this season? The Bumblebee.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Listen, when she was walking through the crowd, she got so mad. She's like, "Don't touch me. You want to die? Because I don't." I remember they actually die when they sting people. I was like, oh. And her throwing up honey. I'm like,
would you like some?
That was gross.
or the look everybody always give when she walks by. They just kind of stare down, like
It's just like
it won't get old. Like everybody just goes.
it's just I would not want that power. No, just
It's the
take me
fact
out.
that she's always leaking for me.
I know.
Always,
Like,
She's so
she's
nonchalant.
always
She doesn't
leaking.
care.
That is crazy.
I wouldn't want it. Nah, that's
The
okay.
only one of the only universes that can like literally make you blush and cringe and laugh all in the same scene. Like,
yeah.
Wow. The
So
boys
I have a
universe itself
question.
is crazy.
I have a question for everyone. If you were to pick anyone's powers that we've seen so far on Gen V, which character would you pick? Which powers would you want if you only could pick one set, any character?
Marie, because it actually gives my damn period a purpose.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair
Okay.
enough. That's a reason. That's a reason.
Not mad at it.
Damn, I'm not impressed with nobody's powers. Not that I'm not impressed, but I don't feel like I like anybody's powers enough to want them.
Okay.
A-Train?
Or even from the boys universe?
Yeah. A-Train, maybe.
A-Train?
Yeah, I think
I mean,
that's probably what I would do.
I say maybe without the side effects, Andre's was not terrible.
I can see that. That wasn't too bad. What about you, Dr.?
I would want Kate's, honestly. And the reason being is to be able to manipulate somebody. Well, I'm not saying manipulation is good, but I'm just saying she's able to manipulate.
To be able to push.
Yeah.
Yes. Strongly suggest people to do
Right.
stuff when they do it. Then you could wipe someone's memory and bring it back at the same time. I feel like that's pretty diverse. And I'm like, looking at the scope of the world, I'll go around saying stuff to people all day. Hey.
Not rubbing your hands together.
Do you fear that you become bored at some point if you can manipulate the world like that, though? It's like playing with like a Barbie doll in a sense.
No,
that's a
different
good
states, different countries. There's always something to do.
You gonna hop a flight and then you're gonna be like, okay, I'm done with France.
Exactly.
But I'm saying at some point, do you just be like, okay, I can rest now, or you be like, they ain't doing right over here. Let me go ahead and hop on this plane again.
Listen, even with my kids, I'll be like, go to bed. Go to bed.
You're like, I have my uses for it.
Like, I don't know if I would get bored. I mean, maybe over time, but
Oh, gonna have to edit that out.
Oh. Should we wait?
I think RJ is using his duplication skills.
Yeah.
Superpower.
He's using his powers.
Exactly.
Hey man, I thought you said you didn't have powers, bro.
Right. What is this? Oh, okay. Oh, and now there's one of them.
But yeah, I think just overall, I think Dr. J. I mean that would be a cool power to have. If just for practical uses.
Yeah, I definitely do like it, but I think the bad part, the downside of having some of these powers is that it comes at a cost. Even Andre's and Polarity's, it comes at a cost. And really, even Kate's, because after she pushes too hard, she be stroking out.
Yeah.
So
that's what I said. Listen, I want the power. I don't need the side effect.
Right. I think it all comes at a cost. So, but for now, I will go with Kate's. I'm really holding out to see what Dean Cypher's powers are, to see if, I just feel like there's some type of hang up with him. Like his powers don't work the way he wants them to. There's some type of hang up. I don't know what it is yet, though.
You saw what happened with dude. What was wrong with dude at the end of season 1 with the holes? Like, I mean, it's gonna either be some major flaw, or they're going to just keep it so vanilla to where they're gonna bring somebody else in as the bigger bad to make you kind of like, oh, oh, okay, so his was more just being strategic about things, um,
Right.
versus actually just being like, super duper bad or whatever. But um, I think I think somehow, some way, he's gonna maybe pit more people against one another. Um,
Mm.
and like, I know I was talking backstage, I was saying how I just foresee um, maybe some transplants of some of the boys' characters, to Gen V, being that the boys will be ending in 26 anyway.
Hmm.
So
Mm.
I feel like they're gonna I mean, which obviously the Deep was in this one doing some weirdo stuff anyway in the fraternity house.
Uh, the Imagine if the Deep is based on a real person. You know how
Man,
weird that
that dude is
sick.
a d bag.
Yeah.
Terrible, 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 terrible.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah.
That dude is terrible.
So what are y'all like? If what are you looking forward to see like reveal itself in the upcoming episodes? Like, what are y'all looking forward to?
Mm,
I think one of my big things is I'm wanting to see, like, how this plays into the boys' lore,
hmm.
and then how this world shapes up a little bit more they continue. Unless they're going to do the thing where they're just going to be like, oh, we're only going to we'll stop at the end of season 3, or we'll stop at the end of season 4. Like, I want to see them actually organically grow this world, as opposed to just leeching off of what the boys already started and then just fast forwarding. Because I still feel like they're moving at a very rapid pace for
Yeah.
this season.
Since they're kind of moving at a rapid pace, I do want to see sort of the payoff for Jordan revealing in the end what happened to Andre. Like, I want to see what happens as far as school culture wise. How is everyone going to move knowing this information, and what is it going to look like? Um, will there be any regrets as far as, you know, revealing exactly what happened? How is it going to affect each and every character? I'm curious to see that happen, hopefully in the next episode.
Yeah, I agree. I really want to see. I do want to see how that unfolds. I definitely want to see more on the Odessa thing,
Mhm.
on how did all the other infants in Odessa pass away, and how was Marie
Or
able
did they?
to, or did they is a great point, or did they, and how Marie was able to sustain. I wanted to know if it's like the specific type of powers they had, and really how did they pick the people for Odessa? How did they pick the parents and everything like that? Yeah, I'm excited to see that. I'm excited for the upcoming episodes. So
I'm glad you jumped aboard really, like, really quick, because
mhm.
having somebody that had a little of background in it, friend wise, I think that
Mhm.
was a plus for you. But
Yeah.
also, just the amount of interest you show fast. I mean, obviously some shows just don't resonate with people, but I'm
Mhm.
happy you were able to kind of just hit the ground running with it and be like, no, I got to find out like right now what's going on with this.
Yeah.
It's
You know,
And
volume. Yeah.
I appreciate a show with 8 episodes. Like I am a zombie apocalyptic show person. I love a good zombie apocalyptic show, but them 27 episodes, there's no way. As much as I love The Walking Dead, I've probably watched the entire series like 10 different times, but but because those shows have so many episodes, I appreciate starting a new show that each season has 8 to 10 episodes. I appreciate it. It
Yes.
makes it so much easier to get through and get to
Mhm.
the end and kind of like contextualize everything that happens. So that is one other thing I appreciate about Gen V, because I was just like, had it had like 18 episodes in season one, I'm like, oh no, this is gonna
Mm-mm.
take like a month to get from beginning to end. So
I think 22 episodes is fun when you're like in the show, in the midst of it, but when you have to go back and binge watch it as someone who's never seen the show before, it's like,
mhm.
oh God, you know?
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah,
have the desire to no.
yeah. Especially if it's not a comedy, because comedy you really don't have to follow an arching storyline, but like the drama or sci-fi, drama, it's like, ugh, yeah, now I gotta, and you gotta pay attention to everything too. It could be a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. My Wi-Fi is acting. ridiculous. So yeah.
So do you think? So does it? I mean, does anybody think like is Vought gonna go? You think Vought's gonna like try to like um, come in and to manipulate the university, or are they going to continue with just like state/national propaganda?
Ooh, I would like to see a representative from VOT actually come in, like a physical presentation of VOT come in and actually shake things up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe Homelander. That'd be nice to see him in that class.
So
Oh
that dude
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that dude,
Marie.
man. That dude's so unstable, man. I don't trust anything he does,
I
man.
know.
I
Cause
don't try. Yeah, I
he's
can't.
such a juvenile, man. He's just dude
He's a
is
brat.
terrible, man.
Yeah,
Yes. But
Golly.
man, the performance, like, it's nuts.
yeah.
The actor's amazing.
Same. I feel like I'd rather see somebody from VOD come in and be the hammer. Um, at this point, we know Vi is capable of some dark, dark, dark things, and I feel like them coming in at this point and kind of being like the hammer, or just being like this authoritative figure. I feel like it would bring the show to a new level. I feel like I want to see Vi get a little dirtier than what we've seen them, because we've seen some bad stuff, but I want to see them kind of push the envelope with Gen V, because there's a whole nother aspect of manipulating college level age kids, because that's what's going on now. They trying to get them at the college age and kind of get in their head. So I want to see what Vi is capable of when it comes to manipulating kids of this age.
I
So
hope Sam can get some help though, man. Dude is struggling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
who?
Sam,
Mhm.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He had a lot going on with the
bruh's on
puppet
the
and
struggle
stuff.
bus.
Yeah, it's kind of getting on my nerves, but yeah, get some help.
He's unstable. He needs some help.
Yeah, but I get when
Bro
Jordan
start
was
seeing
like,
him. Bro start
when
seeing
Jordan
him.
was like, all right, I don't want to fight you anymore. God, Lee, like she was so aggravated with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro start seeing them puppets again. I was like, oh hell.
that's it.
Oh, it
Here we
was
go.
He about
hilarious.
to
The
kill
penis
Yeah,
everybody.
sign,
He about to
all
take
that did was
everybody
make
in this
me.
park out.
that's my favorite part of his character is the puppets. It's fun. It's always funny to me.
I
Yeah.
hate that's damn sandwich spit on him. I was like,
Oh,
what?
look, I hate that the sandwich looked good. It made me want a
It
two
it
sandwich.
did.
I was
It
like, you
did.
know what? Hell yeah.
I
It
was like,
did.
this dude about to take everybody in this park out. As soon as I saw them, I was like, oh no, they about to do this again.
Mm.
You want to know something interesting that it just ran across my mind because we're in season 2. And I guess because I watched it all together, man, we ain't never seen Marie go to class, not once.
Not one time.
Man,
Not
we ain't never
what's
seen
what's her GPA? I need to know.
for her to come back and be like, it's gonna be a great sophomore year. It just hit me. I was like, girl, we've never seen you in
Yeah,
class.
like what? I ain't never seen with a book.
We revoking that darn scholarship
I ain't
now.
gonna lie,
Yeah,
how they shot that scene when she was in the laundromat was actually pretty genius
yeah,
Yeah.
because it showed she was uncomfortable on one hand, but as soon as the lights went on, she was able to like hop in
yeah.
the character and be
Yeah.
directed a certain way.
That
Hey
was hilarious.
Sam, what's going on? I was like, oh wow. And then she's like, man, look, bro, like this ain't it. It's like,
Right. No.
oh man. So I
That
thought
was
that was kind of funny. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So overall, I think we're kind of all in agreement that they did a good job with the opening 3 episodes of Gen V. So I think this is something that we're going to be covering on a regular basis now. Not sure if we'll keep it pre-recorded or live, but who knows what the future holds. All I know is that I had a good time talking about the show and laughing with you guys about it, and I can't wait to see what the show holds for the rest of the season. So I'll say before we get out of here, just give you a quick 1 through 10. I'll say episodes 1 through 3. I give it a solid 8.
An 8.
Yeah, I would go. I would definitely. I'd say 8 as well. Little room
Yeah.
to grow, but I still say 8. Yeah.
Yeah. I give it an 8. I'm not mad at it. I give it
Yeah.
an 8.
Same. I enjoyed it thoroughly, definitely. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Sorry about the Wi-Fi issues. We'll take care of that. Yeah, live in the country. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the flip side later days.
Mhm.